Hello, Weatherman Ray here. Wixman Ray also. Hey, today's Sunday, April 12th, 2026. It's about 8:15 Central Time, 6:15 on the West Coast, 7:15 Mountain Time, and 9:15 out on the East Coast on Eastern Daylight Time. I think we're on now. So yeah, that's what's the daytime is. So we're looking at our infrared satellite here today. Got a pretty active, pattern going on right now. We've got a low pressure spinning out here. Looks like near probably northern Nevada, northern California area. This is a lot of rain and showers, even some snow out there. My wife reported some snow earlier today out there in northern Nevada. So yeah, so the snow, this is bringing in the cooler air, this low pressure, and that's bringing down the snow levels. But most of the snow accumulation will be up in the high elevations, mainly in the mountains. The valleys are warm enough to where if it does snow, it just melts. But that's kind of the idea. We've got showers and thunderstorms all across from like eastern Washington out through northern Idaho and parts of Montana, even towards Wyoming, and yeah, Idaho, even a little bit over into northern Utah, northern California, and then down up into central and northern Nevada. Then we got some activity going on here across the desert southwest. It looks like we've got a little energy coming off the Pacific there, so got a little bit of action going on. We'll take a look at the radar here in a little bit. In between these two storms out through the plains here, it's got a little bit of drying going on. Earlier today we had rain all day in Kansas City, but this afternoon that cleared out and this system's going off to the northeast now. So it's turned out to be a nice evening out here in this neck of the woods out in Kansas City. So you can see by these bright reds, these are some thunderstorm clouds down here across Texas. Most of the thunderstorms that, besides the ones out west, are out here across Texas in this area. So, and then as you go north, there's some showers. Pretty good bit of rain up through here. There might be a couple thunderstorms across northern Michigan. I know they had a convective outlook out there, or convective segment for the aviation community up there, so there might be a couple lightning strikes up in there. Then you got some clouds down here, maybe some showers out here. We'll have to take a look. I'm not sure if that's just some clouds or if there's actually any precip coming out of this stuff down here through Ohio and Indiana. And then we got the clouds with a warm front kind of stretching through the northeast there, and there's probably a little bit of rain going on up through there. All right, so, and then otherwise nice across the southeast, like I mentioned yesterday. They'll have nice weather from Florida through most of the southeast here. All right, so that's our satellite picture there. I've got this zoomed in down in Texas, so this is so Waco, Texas is over here. We got Austin down here, so kind of to the northwest of Austin, up near, what is this? I'm trying to get an airport close by. San Saba Airport in Texas, that's Brady, Curtisville, Texas, which is to the west. So we got a couple severe thunderstorms going on in Texas there. Some other thunderstorms farther north, but they don't look like they're misbehaving too much. And then you got some showers and thunderstorms across East Texas, from Houston on up to the north. A little bit of that rain and shower activity is starting to push up into parts of Louisiana. A little bit of shower, maybe a couple strikes of lightning up there in Arkansas, southern part of Arkansas. Otherwise, quiet. Get out into the central plains. We still got some 70s, a little bit of gusty winds out here, 30 to 35 mile an hour winds out of the south at Oklahoma City and Wichita, Kansas. As you go farther north, the winds are pretty light, but it's still in the 70s. Even up towards Kansas City, it's around 70. And then as you head on north, it even 70s clear up into South Dakota. It's not until you get to North Dakota where you're going to get those 40s and 50s. and you get a little bit of that up into northern Minnesota and 70s farther south. So yeah, and we'll talk about this in a minute. We'll go out west here, so we got a lot of showers, some thunderstorm activity across Montana, parts of Wyoming. It's in the 40s and 50s out here, so cooler than it has been. 40s and 50s out here with some showers and areas of some thunderstorms. Same thing in Northern California. You got some showers and thunderstorms, and that kind of stretches across parts of Nevada. So I wanted to show you this. This is Ely, Nevada. They're reporting heavy snow, and they're sitting at about 32 degrees. And you're not seeing anything on radar, but you know why? Because the radar's way over here. That's the closest radar, and they just don't get, that area does not get any kind of good radar coverage. So when I worked out at the Elko office, which is up here, and the radar's up near Battle Mountain, which is up in this area, you just don't get any radar coverage. So yeah, so sometimes you got to use the satellite or spotters out there. So yeah, that's an area they needed to have a radar. I mean, there is people out there. There's mines out there, gold and silver mine. I don't know if there's silver mines anymore, but I know they got gold mines out there. Yeah, but farther south, even south parts of central and southern, looks like a couple little weak showers out there. LA is reporting, or not LA, south of LA. What is this? Oceanside's got some light rain reported. So a little bit of light rain showers kind of poking its face down in Southern California. Same thing across southern Arizona, a little light rain reported at Safford. So yeah, but oh, that looked weird. So yeah, but relatively nice, 60s and 70s. It's definitely cooled off in Vegas, 66, 79 in Phoenix. Denver's at 66. So yeah, definitely cooler out west. Then we'll cover down here, 70s across Miami. A little gusty winds coming off the Atlantic there, gusting from the east. A little bit of gusty winds in parts of South Florida. Some 70s all through the southeast, and that even is still pretty nice up into here. Yeah, it looks like a little bit of rain. So you got mostly rain and showers out here from Illinois. Looks like it's starting to exit Missouri. A little bit of eastern Iowa into Minnesota, not Minnesota, but Wisconsin, and moving over toward Michigan. Looks like some heavier stuff. I think there's some lightning in some of that, and then the rest of this is kind of over the lakes and into Canada, and then we got some rain up over New York and parts of the Northeast. So in the 40s, so a little chilly out there. 39 at Caribou, so a little chilly. Winter's trying to hang on up there, but yeah, even at JFK it's 46, so they're getting some chilly air off the Atlantic there. But nice around DC, 62 tonight, at 9:30, almost 9:30 at night. So that's it for the radar. So we'll go to we're going to use the European model today. The models have been in pretty good agreement. We'll go probably through Thursday now, maybe Friday. Yeah, I think I'll do Friday just because there's another threat of severe weather that they're hinting at on Friday again. So it's going to be an active week for thunderstorms. So anyway, so this is what's going on now. We got these showers and some high mountain snow and some, areas of a few thunderstorms out across the west. With it's not really a surface low, but there's an upper level low out here. It won't show up on the surface here. And then here's that thunderstorm activity over parts of Texas, although it's probably a little not in the right location, but it's kind of hinting at that. But here's that stuff that's out here in parts of the Midwest and Great Lakes, and then the stuff up into New York. So that's about it. So we'll go through, this is the rest of tonight. So we may see some stuff redevelop from Arkansas down through Kentucky and parts of the Ohio Valley here overnight. Maybe a couple thunderstorms and showers, but real spotty. The bulk of the rain will be in the Northeast and then up across Michigan. So as it leaves Wisconsin and Illinois here tonight, or this evening anyways. And it's still wet across the west. It kind of dies down on the southern end, but we still got some activity going on up here north overnight. As we go through the day, those showers bubble up. You see they kind of appear again in the afternoon hours, and so it's going to be kind of popcorn showers, a few thunderstorms all across the west as that low pressure kind of moves inland to tomorrow on Monday. Once again, we'll see some showers and thunderstorms redevelop. It looks like parts of Texas, maybe a little bit in Oklahoma, Arkansas, and back through these parts. Real isolated as you get up through the Ohio Valley and the Midwest. You do have a low pressure developing out here near South Dakota, Nebraska border area with maybe some showers and thunderstorms developing back through Minnesota, maybe Wisconsin, and even parts of the Dakotas. And then we still got that lingering rain across the Northeast. So yeah, but from New York through the Ohio Valley, it's going to be real spotty tomorrow afternoon and evening. Yeah, you can kind of see that as I go through the night, it really dies down. So that stuff's going to be short-lived down here. Once the sun sets, it's going to go away pretty quick. Looks like some pretty good thunderstorms try to get going according to the European model tomorrow evening across Minnesota, northern Iowa, Wisconsin, even into Michigan, maybe some severe. So we'll take a look at that. I think they did have an area up there, and that kind of goes to the overnight hours. All through this area. So something to watch. That's that energy with this low coming out of the Rockies there. That's what's causing this stuff to pulse up. Still got some lingering stuff as we go into tomorrow night across the Utah, Arizona, Colorado, the Four Corners area, a little bit into Nevada. So as we go through Tuesday, so this is like Tuesday afternoon. So this stuff, so it kind of refires. So this low pressure that was out over the Rockies here emerges, and we get a low developing out here in Kansas, and we'll see some showers and thunderstorms developing from Texas into Oklahoma, Missouri, up and through Illinois, maybe even towards Indiana and Iowa, a little bit into Wisconsin. So those could misbehave there as we go into Tuesday. And it looks like another bit too. This is this low that we saw yesterday going across the upper Midwest. That'll be moving across New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania on Tuesday during the day. May get some thunderstorms there. Don't know if they'll have anything severe. We'll have to look at what the convective outlook is. But this is Tuesday. So Tuesday night, there's still a few things going on through the morning. Up across the north here, Nebraska, Iowa, maybe Illinois, and there's still stuff across Oklahoma and Texas Wednesday morning. We got a new system coming on shore. That actually came on shore Tuesday across the Pacific Northwest with some rain and high mountain snow, and that moves inland on Wednesday and dips down into looks like northern California, northern Nevada on Wednesday. And so on Wednesday during the day we see a good cluster of thunderstorms from Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas, Kansas, all the way up through the plains here into Iowa, even southern Minnesota, maybe a little bit back into Nebraska, Illinois. So all through this whole area, looks like it's going to be prime for showers and some thunderstorms, probably some severe. This could be a good severe day here, especially on Wednesday as that upper level energy comes out of the Rockies. Looks like some lingering stuff across the Northeast, Pennsylvania, New York, maybe a couple other areas up there. As we go through the night, that stuff progresses east, kind of moves north and east. So you'll have ongoing thunderstorms and through the Midwest, moving down through Arkansas, Kentucky, eastern Tennessee. And that's by Thursday morning. And then we see this stuff out here. So it looks like there could be even some valley snow, another little cold shot coming in on Wednesday night, Thursday, in parts of Idaho, Oregon, northern Nevada, even northern Utah. So may get a little bit of snow out there as we go even through Friday morning for Colorado and Utah and Wyoming. Yeah, and then we see another breakout. So that was Thursday. This stuff I kind of skipped past Thursday, but Thursday afternoon, this system kind of moves to the east. We'll see some showers and thunderstorms from, say, Kentucky, Tennessee, Indiana, Ohio, and then moving up through the Northeast as we go through the afternoon, evening, nighttime hours out across this area. Then we got this system coming, emerging on Friday. This is going to bring another threat of severe. You see that by Thursday afternoon. Look at that. Boom. Nebraska, eastern Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, parts of Kansas, even down towards Oklahoma. And then that moves up towards, parts of Missouri and your Kansas City going into Friday night. So that's as far as we'll go. Looks like some lingering snow. So this will be a little bit colder system here. It looks like on going late in the week for the west. So it looks like there might be some snow. Main accumulations in the valleys will probably be in the overnight morning hours if there is accumulating snow, but it'll be gone pretty quick. With it being mid-April now and the sun angle, that stuff goes away pretty quick as as it warms up during the daytime. So that's it for the forecast. I'll show you one last thing and we'll call the day here, a convective outlook. So this is for the rest of tonight, Sunday night through tomorrow morning. Looks like there's a little bit of a threat there where we saw them severe thunderstorms down across the middle part of Texas. Just a real marginal threat up into parts of Oklahoma and this part of Texas, but yeah, it doesn't look too significant. Real low threat for tornado winds. Hail threat looks like it's a little higher. But so that's what you're looking at for the rest of tonight. As you go into tomorrow, yeah, that area we saw up here in Minnesota, Wisconsin, northern Iowa, maybe even clipping northern Illinois, and then surrounding areas, you're looking at a threat of severe, even a little bit of a tornado risk across Minnesota, Wisconsin, even parts of northern Iowa. A little bit of wind threat and pretty good hail threat too up there. So watch out for severe up there in Minnesota and Wisconsin, northern Illinois, maybe even getting close to Chicago. But that's for tomorrow on Monday, so watch out. Oh, and then I forgot to mention down here across Oklahoma and parts of western part of Texas, there's a marginal risk, so low tornado, pretty low. Looks like hail threat might be a little enhanced across there, but so there might be a couple of storms that misbehave down through here. Something to keep an eye on tomorrow afternoon, evening. Day 3, that's that Wednesday storm. That's that low pressure coming out of the Rockies there. That first one anyways. Yeah, it looks like a pretty good risk from, this part of Texas. Wichita Falls, Texas, Oklahoma City, up towards Tulsa. Even looks like clips Joplin and Springfield will be in the marginal threat. Kansas City's in it. Omaha, probably not so much. That might be on the very edge. So Des Moines will be kind of, up near the edge, but they're in it. Chicago's in it. Champaign, Urbana area. Northern Indiana, parts of, Detroit, all these parts of Michigan, and southern part of, I can't even think. Southern Wisconsin, even a marginal risk up through the northeast into parts of, New Hampshire, New York, and northern, these areas near the Great Lakes. So that's for Tuesday. So watch out. Did I say Wednesday? I'll probably get, yeah, that's Tuesday, right? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Okay, I think I said Wednesday. That's Tuesday. Okay, right, Tuesday. So good threat across the, middle part of the country on Tuesday. Wednesday, this is Wednesday, so almost the same general area on Wednesday. So we're looking at, maybe just slightly to the east, but kind of Oklahoma City and Wichita's on the edge. Kansas City's, in it. St. Louis is close. And then you got Chicago on the edge. And so, yeah. So all through, Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, southeast Kansas, Missouri, eastern Iowa, southern Wisconsin, and Illinois are under the gun. So same general area as Tuesday for the most part, just with some minor deviations. And then one other one to show you. So, oops, I should have stayed there. So on Thursday, they're not expecting a lot. We had that weaker system moving up here through the Ohio Valley in the northeast, so it kind of weakens. But then we get that next big low coming out of the Rockies, and so saying, Oklahoma through Kansas City, Kansas, southeast Nebraska, Iowa, into Missouri, even clipping parts of Minnesota and Illinois. So something to watch for Friday. That's the end of the week. So, pretty active thunderstorm wise. I mean, it is spring, it's April, so we're getting, you know. So it looks like uh, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday are probably going to be the biggest days because that's where we got the strongest upper level support. So, yeah, watch out those days. So that's what I'm saying. And that's about it, really. I appreciate y'all being here. I'm a little bit tired, so maybe I'm a little bit off tonight. I always seem to get a day mixed up here and there, but hopefully you guys got the general idea. So overall, thunderstorms across the middle part of the country, occasionally up in through the Midwest and Great Lakes and Northeast once or twice this week, and then out west, it'll it'll have a little break here as we go into early next week, and then another storm rolls in about Wednesday, Thursday out there. So yeah, so that's about what it looks like. So y'all have a great night, and this is Wixman Ray out.